Time to figure out the rest of your day. Talk to Furfur. You walk over to the cat. Wow. Oh, c'est moi. I don't know what you're saying, mate. I don't speak French. Wait, there is something different with you. So the years finally caught up to you. I'm in a deal with a ghost, so I'm old now. Every day as we open our eyes, we are making a deal with life. All of us as sons on the shore, weathered a little more each day by the relentless tides of time. Right. We will all be ground to dust by an uncaring universe, but that is the beauty of life. I can't really argue with that. I missed you last night, Furfur. That makes one of us. Not respectively to Furfur. She scoffs, her tail twitching with annoyance. You can sense she's less annoyed than she usually is. Maybe she's getting used to you. Leave the cat be. Investigate the garden. Whatever kicked out Dustin's mom is in the garden right now. You'd better look into it before you head into town. The air is chilly today, the overcast sky hanging oppressively over the weed-choked flower beds. It's too cold, head back inside. No, investigate the greenhouse. You start carefully picking your way through the underbush. It doesn't take much effort to find a path. Cuttings of prickly raspberry bushes and tangled vines litter the ground around the greenhouse. Talk to animals. The glass house, one could say. You step towards the door. A goat! Its shield shut by a lock, and you catch a brief glimpse of a horned shadow through the ancient clouded glass. It was a goat. So this is Dustin's mom's squatter. He and I, and talk to animals, talk to the goat. Oh. What's your name, little guy? Goat. What are you doing in the greenhouse? Human put me here. Can't complain. Pretty sweet digs, honestly. Stays nice and warm, and there's plenty of eats, too. Did that human have a brown coat and big boots? Coat like what, fur? Nah, not brown fur, yellow fur. Just on the top, like all you humans. Don't know what boots are. Can't help you there. So it's Tabitha. She's got blonde hair. Hey, whoever you are, there's a possum that would like you to leave. She was here first, this is her house. Don't want to leave. I live here now, she can deal. Examine the lock. You examine the lock, it looks sturdy. You'll need some tools if you're going to get this open. Maybe Stella or Kanika could lend a hand later. Where did you come from? Farm. Used to live with other guys like me. Kinda miss him, but not that much. Don't gotta share anymore. Guess I'll leave you to it then. See ya, or not. It's a wild world out there. You've investigated the garden. With Stella missing, it's best not to keep Kanika waiting for much longer. Fuel up with a quick BB&J. If Stella's missing in action, who knows when you'll get the chance to eat. And who knows just how much your new affliction will affect your appetite. You make yourself a PB&J in anticipation for the long day ahead of you. And that's that. Head to town. Time to head to town. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. The birds sound different today, muffled, like your ears are full of cotton. The dull sun shines down on the surrounding wilderness, seeming to wash the color from the world. But you're adjusting. Already your body is starting to accept the change that has come over it. To accept that this is how things will be from here on out. Glimpses of pale figures dot your periphery. Yeah, there's one there. There's one there. There's one there. One there. And there's one there. This is so fun. It's like Where's Waldo, but with horrific creatures. You haven't seen ditchlings in the middle of the day before. They're getting bolder. To your surprise, you find a familiar face making its way up the path toward you. Hey, I was just coming up to see you. Hope you were able to get some sleep after everything that happened last night. They don't say anything about your appearance, but you can see them take you in, the light of day revealing your new features clearly for the first time. You doing okay? I'm old now, my bones hurt. I regret what I did. I should have just left it there. I don't know. Then you'd be leaving a ghost to haunt a public building in the middle of town, which sounds like the setup for a sequel to what happened last night if you ask me. What you did was brave. And you've probably done Scarlet Hollow a lot of good. Are you really still feeling chill after everything that happened last night? I'd be lying if I said last night didn't have an impact. I kind of feel bruised all over, physically and spiritually. But hey, that's part of life, right? Nobody makes it to the end completely unscathed. And I'm kind of thrilled that my new emotional baggage comes from a ghost instead of some boring normal trauma. have you heard anything from Stella? I haven't heard from her, though. We don't text much, and I haven't checked with Winnie to see if she came in for an early breakfast or anything. But if you haven't heard from her, that doesn't sound great. Seeing her like that last night was awful. She's usually so unflappable. There's ditchlings everywhere now, even though it's daytime. He returns to survey the tree line. I noticed a few on my way up. They're kind of funny now that I'm getting a good look at them, with their scrunched up little sharpie faces. Should I be worried about these things? I know they're a bad omen or something, but are they, like, dangerous? They're not going to eat me if I take a wrong turn, right? I'd rather not find out. Does anyone in town have a flamethrower? That's an excellent idea. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Julius had one lying around. Hopefully we won't have to ask him for it. I'm not that worried. Yet. Anika and I are meeting up to look for Stella. Wanna come? Absolutely. I told Winnie I'd be coming in late today, so I've got time. I don't know how much time, though. From what I saw this morning, there's already a few miners holed up in there. They must be using it as a home base for the strike. Ah. Oh, by the way, there's a strike going on. I'm sure you already know that, though. Have to imagine Tabitha would have told you this morning. Let's head to town. Yeah, good idea. I wonder how you get that Pinkerton achievement. You know, if Tabitha already knows about the strike. You and Avery start back down the path to town. It isn't long until you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Comet, you made it! And you picked up an Avery along the way. Hope you're both doing okay, like, emotionally. Yeah, I'm not too bad. That's good. I feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. Joints all out of whack, totally exhausted and like super foggy. Yeah, I mean, do you want to not say that shit in front of me? Mom has been insisting I caught a cold and I wasn't buying it, but as of this morning, I've come around. It's definitely something beyond exhaustion, even considering the ridiculously stressful week we've all had. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from looking for Stella. Do you still think there could be a rational explanation for all of this? Nico sighs heavily. Rational, sure, rooted in the reality that, until a few days ago, I thought was devoid of all magic and supernatural shit? No. Ghosts are real. They can suck you into illusory dimensions and puppet your body like a fleshy marionette. Next thing you know, we'll find out there's a secret society of warlocks running the country, or that angels are real. You gotta admit, it's kinda thrilling, isn't it? Anything could be possible. Who knows what the next day holds for all of us? It would be a little more thrilling if it weren't terrifying. All the magical stuff we found so far just wants to hurt us. That's true. That's a good point. This is definitely not some Sailor Moon stuff, you know? We need a magical being that's on our side. Where are the magical girls when you need them? Though, I guess we already have an animal whisperer, don't we? That's pretty magical. Wait, you can talk to animals? For real? When were you gonna tell me? Wow, I'm gonna need you to tell me what every animal we meet is saying. This is too cool. You, really took that in stride, didn't you? I take everything in stride. There's no better way to live. I still think there's a rational in aliens. I'm not saying that. Nika, your mom's totally a witch, right? Maybe she's the magical girl. No way. She's just a new age crystal and herbs lady. She's not... You don't think... She could be for real. Anything seems possible these days. But that would mean everything I thought I knew was wrong. And my whole life has been a lie. Oh, I need to take a page out of Stella's book and just block this shit out. I need to be focused. I can't be having these existential crises. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. I'm not so sure. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told us, all of us, last night. Blech. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. After last night? I wouldn't doubt that she actually could. Your mom's always had a bit of that Glinda vibe going for her. Yeah, maybe I should stop making fun of her whole new age mystic thing. A lot's happened in the past couple of days. Okay, let's get started. I don't want to waste another minute. Where to first? We should go to the cops, right? Are you sure? Nothing against the officers of Scarlet Hollow, but you've met them, right? Do you think it's worth the trouble? Let's at least check her house first. Last thing I want to do is file a police report when it turns out Stella's been sleeping in the whole time. Okay, let's go to Stella's house. Good place to start. Maybe you're right and she's just sleeping in. That's what I'm hoping. I would have gone already, but I was kind of nervous about doing anything by myself today. Just in case I ran into yet another horror from beyond the veil or whatever. You make your way towards Stella's house. The door is as pristine as any old wooden door. No bloody handprints in sight. Any telltale sign of Wayne absent. If something happened here, it didn't involve him. At least not at the front door. Kanika knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. Nobody's here, and I don't think Wayne came knocking at the front door. Yeah, I don't see any goop, but he could have come in through the back or a window. It'd be a really weird coincidence if the front door was open and someone broke in somewhere else. Or maybe that's just wishful thinking. Guess we won't know till we go inside. Might as well invite ourselves in, right? Yeah, we should go in. Cool, I'll be brave and go first. Avery casually steps over the threshold into Stella's house. Aside from a corner of the room dedicated to Gretchen, Stella's house almost feels like a museum. Everything's organized with a sort of tidiness you wouldn't expect from someone as rough and tumble as Stella, and only a handful of objects feel like they belong to her. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. Doesn't look like there was a struggle or anything. Unless it happened in another room, or maybe someone or something caught her off guard. You didn't have to add that last part. I'm gonna forget you said that and just be thankful that this doesn't look like a crime scene. Investigate the kitchen. Stella's kitchen is slightly messy. A couple cabinets are hanging open, and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. The crust of the bread has gone somewhat stale, about as much as you'd expect after being left out overnight. Whoever left it here left many hours ago. It's a little messy, but it doesn't look like anything violent happened here. It's possible she came home, grabbed some food, and left in a hurry, right? Did she have anywhere she needed to be? She didn't say she had something she had to rush off to. Maybe she just had a panic attack after being possessed. But that was over 12 hours ago. I hope she would be home by now if that was the case. Is Stella the sort of person to stop back home and make a snack in the middle of a mental health crisis? Yes, and it's comforting to think that might be all that happened. Panic attack is much more manageable than rotting ghouls or parasitic doughboys. Investigate Stella's room. Whoa. You make your way down to the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. Oh, I like the Mothman plush she's got. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy, it's the usual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. No streaks of blood and pus that might belong to a certain phantom miner. He hasn't been here. You do notice, though, that her jacket is nowhere in sight. It isn't in her closet, and it wasn't on the coat rack in the other room. Stella's jacket is gone. The Letterman one. It wasn't on the rack in the other room. It's not in here, and she didn't have it yesterday. Okay, I'm sold. Between this and the kitchen, she must have come home last night. And it seems like she was the one who decided to leave. No struggle or anything. Check her computer. That's a good idea. You go to check Stella's computer. I'm not sure we should be snooping on her computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? We already broke into her house, right? For all we know, there could be some sort of clue on there, like a note detailing exactly where she is. We didn't break into her house. The door was left wide open. Well, maybe the computer was left open too. Exactly. If there isn't a password, maybe we're supposed to take a peek. Maybe we'll find the first note in an elaborate scavenger hunt she set up overnight. Sure, snoop away, but I'm not going to take part in this. I'll just be over here, standing in the corner of the room, not looking over your shoulder. Let me know if you find anything. Stella's desktop is horrifically cluttered. There are simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor, and they overlap each other in a chaotic multi-layered display. Whoa, how do we find anything on here? You don't, come on, let's go. Check her open tabs. It would take you all day to count the number of open tabs in Stella's browser. So numerous are her tabs that you can't see a single icon, a sea of rounded, featureless triangles from Windows edge to Windows edge. Oh my god. Her most recently opened tab is a post on Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum for cryptozoology enthusiasts. The post in question is titled, "Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow." Hidden Appalachia. Hey everyone, was out chasing a skunk ape sighting the other day and I found these weird little guys. My friend's mom said there's something called ditchlings, but I've never heard of them before. Anyone have any good leads? Bride of Bigfoot. Camera isn't shaky enough. This is totally staged. Mothstan. Clean footage and some sort of cryptid nobody has heard of except for your friend's mom. The only thing I'm seeing when I Google ditchlings is some city in England. Thought you were legit. Lucky stars. Guys, since when did high quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? Those things are terrifying. Gary. Since every low-budget horror movie started doing guerrilla marketing, I smell an ARG. I'm serious, I've got a ton of extra footage. Look at what they've been doing to the animals in town. They're apparently some sort of bad omen, like Mothman. Okay, I'm listening. I love me a Mothman. I believe you. Ugh, lucky you're falling right into our lap. I don't trust YouTubers, they're entertainers, not scientists. The thread continues into the next day. Hey, okay, so this isn't an ARG, I would never. And two, you're not going to believe this, but we went into an abandoned mine last night to investigate things, and I'm pretty sure we found some Tommy knockers. Listen to this knocking we managed to catch on tape. There's a link to an audio file titled Tommy Knockers Real.wave. Just because you put the word real in your file name doesn't mean they're real. 2 supernatural events on back-to-back nights. This is so fake. I can't believe I bought into that River Runner type. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to sell out to big indie horror. This is Kidnapped by Aliens all over again. Also lol, doughy white things, and now loud popping noises. This is definitely an ARG. Did you sell out to Pillsbury? Stop cyberbullying her, I'm going to call the mods. Locking this thread and giving everyone a 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self-promo. The thread ends. Wow, poor Stella. Remind me to never be internet famous. Here's hoping my SoundCloud stays niche and underappreciated until the day I die.